Hello, and welcome to a tarot reading. This will be a general reading for everyone. Just a overall energy check for November 2024. We just started. Let's see, I think we're in the third day. There certainly is a lot of drama in the world, shall we say. However, I'm just looking more at the collective energy of the people that might see this video, that might be helped and encouraged. The intention is to see what words of wisdom might be applicable for our present and future, reaching back possibly into the past to see a little bit what might be going into the future as an arrow gets pulled back and shot into oblivion, hopefully hitting the mark. Do we have something to aim for? Do we? Do we have something to aim for? Alright, I'm going to do it a little more old school today. Let's see, we've got the Ten of Wands. That is quite the battle, typically. I'm going to look it up. And this is the El Goliath Tarot. It's a bit of an interesting, beautiful deck. One of my favorites that I have. Let's see. The Ten of Wands. The overburdened beetle. Completely overloaded, taking on too much. Overextending yourself, struggling with a workload burden. Overwhelmed, extra responsibilities, working overtime, feeling oppressed with a load that should be shared. Taxation, carrying out something that you don't really want to do and others push onto you. Being left to do things others won't. Taking all the blame and fall for someone else's faults. Not knowing your own boundaries and being able to say no to others. You don't want to be a yes man any longer. That is definitely something that I can relate to when it comes to the overall feeling of the collective, is that we are feeling overburdened, as though we are picking up the pieces of somebody else's mess. This life that we thought we had under control, we had a grip on. we knew what was going on. We thought we knew how people acted and responded. We have the devil. So I might say that we have entrapped ourselves through our own beliefs. Belief is a choice. And you don't have to believe all of these things that people want to put on you. And a lot of us do it without even realizing, I think, that we have taken on something that is just not meant for us. Le Diablo, the devil, the master of lies. This is what I'm saying right here, is we literally were given a mess that we didn't even see it as a mess. We thought it was our reality. We thought it was all the strengths that we were building upon. And boy, has this been crumbling around us. Keywords: deception, lies, lust, greed, binding, slavery, contracts, entrapment, abuse, addiction, exploitation, materialism, excessive behavior, compulsion, lurking, control, sexual domination, primal nature, earthly possessions, the holding down of others, manipulation, deceit, feeding off of others, draining others of their energy to sustain yourself, a twisted mind, lower vibrational frequencies and entities, vampiric. I feel like that is exactly what we are trying to get away from. This is what we are dealing with right here. Is we are burdened because of the things that we have allowed to tie us down, to bind us. We can pretend like we didn't have a say in it, like we weren't choosing this whole time, but we were, which means we have some other choices to make. we need to be making some other choices. We'll put this over here. This is going to be our past. We're going to put some crystalline energy on that past and go to the future. Let's see. I actually have a whole new deck here, but I actually haven't played with it at all. And I think I'm going to. I think it is saying something to me. This is the Tarot of Tales. That's what this one is called. And I have not even mixed it up. We're starting out with the Fool on the top. I am going to move these to the side real quick and give this a nice initial lollygag. It's a brand new. Okay, it's brand new here. Get this. One more. It's a little bit. My little. Alright, so we've got our past here. We are sealing it with some selenite here. Moving it forward into what do we have to expect for our future if we acknowledge this past, that we have tied ourselves up into this bind by making these choices, by allowing the darkness to overtake our light. You really have to remain balanced. There is no just light or just dark. It's just not a truth. You are both, and that is just the way of it. The Four of Cups. We stay on that path, and we get exactly what we want. The Four of Cups. This is let's see if I can show you. The little axolotl, Four of Cups. I'll go ahead and read what this card means here in this deck. Because, you know, every deck, these people who put this work into these different decks, they are not taking it lightly when they write up their interpretations, and some of these really go in detail, and it's very nice. Four of Cups, our reward for staying true, or coming back to our truth, acknowledging that we may have been not doing our best, our ultimate best, and we've fallen into some traps. And let's see how if we get out of these traps, we will get emotional stability, self-soothing, caring for what truly matters, acceptance, emotional boundaries, prioritizing loved ones. So this card is basically the opposite of the devil. It basically, this is the light to the dark, if that makes sense. Like I was saying, you have to have both. And to acknowledge that you can be fooled is to acknowledge the darkness. You don't have to sit there and be dark to embrace your darkness. You just have to embrace the fact that it's there. It doesn't actually need to be the tool that you're using at the moment, because that is your darkness is a tool. It comes in handy. There are times where you have to pull out your shadow. You cannot always be light. We are human beings, human beings. We have a different hue to us. We are the best and the worst of God. And it is a responsibility for us to recognize that we have fallen into and that we can come out of, because we are that powerful. In the past, you poured your heart out, eager to experience love in all its forms. It was fun, but you soon found your own cup empty. You turned your love inward, and a few special people followed, happy to reciprocate the gift of love they receive from you. When we come out of this energy and we stop just thinking about ourselves, most of the people that we think are in our lives for positive reasons will fall away because we were deceiving ourselves. And the people that remain, that are true friends, true family, they will remain. So this is a testing period as well, where you will, as long as you remain true to yourself, these people are going to start really presenting themselves, and you will know who it is you can lean on. Your eyes lock with an oxalato floating contentedly in a delicate bubble. The soft pink glow pulsing around the bubble grows brighter, its light falling on your face. You are being allowed into the sanctuary of this gentle creature. That is what I'm going to read from that. That is very apparent that these are the things that we need to be working on as we move forward in this time. This oxalotl energy of just going within, being okay within, and recognizing who made it within with us. I'm going to get a modern oracle for us. Let's see what we got. So some of these have been written on and some of them have not. I've been working with them to see what I can learn without being on camera, and so some of them have writing. I just wanted to say that so that if you noticed the writing, it is there. I put it there. The Deadline Surfer. All right. The Deadline Surfer. Let's see. Seems to be the very last card in this deck. The Deadline Surfer. Imagine the clock is ticking, the deadline is looming, and there you are, cool as a cucumber, riding the wave of procrastination like a pro. Your mantra? Do tomorrow. Do tomorrow. You've elevated last-minute panic into an art form, fueled by energy drinks and adrenaline rush of potentiality, ruining your entire future. You're thriving under pressure. Your procrastination is just part of your creative process. But is that true? You need to take a moment, but not too long. That deadline's still coming to ponder. Is your procrastination a sign of genius, or just really effective self-sabotage? Set all your clocks and devices to be 24 hours fast. You'll either become the most punctual person in history, or descend into a time-warped madness where deadlines have no meaning. Either way, you'll be living in the future. That is somewhat entertaining. That's pretty funny right there. So if you set your clock 24 hours into the future, then you will always be running a day ahead. That is an interesting take. Let's see. So, basically, you can't sit around waiting for this life change. This is, you've been procrastinating this long enough is what this is telling me. Basically, you're sitting here waiting for something to come along and make it easier. Do it tomorrow, then you're going to do it tomorrow. How about we just not put off what we can do today? Never put off what you can do today until tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes, they say. I got some time oracles. We got the pursuits here. I'm going to shuffle it up a little bit here and see what we come up with. There it is. Alright. And then we've got our future happenings. Get one of those. Close out this reading. This has been a nice reading. It's brutal honesty with yourself is what's necessary right now, is what I'm seeing. Self-love. Stop deceiving yourself. Love yourself. You are both light and shadow. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. People who really love you are going to love you for both of those things. They're not going to force you to just be light or just be dark. That right there is the polarization of humanity. And when we meet our true folk in this world, they encourage the correct shadows and the correct light. There's a blinding light that makes it to where you cannot see where you are going. And at that point, you must look within and trust the path will be there. Future happenings. There are renegotiations in the works. You venture into new prospects, embarking on an exciting adventure. The atmosphere is inviting and filled with inspiration. You proactively introduce yourself to new people, fostering interactions that lead to significant transformations. You assert your independence by taking a step forward in some fashion. You make choices regarding how you allocate your time, energy, and financial resources. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. Mark Twain. That's what that. And let's see, we got our pursuits to consider. Show you it first. You get a little better camera setup, but for now, this is what I got. I'm working with it. You are a kind, loving, and devoted soul. Embrace those social invites, opportunities for adventure, and those who ignite your intellect. Engaging in challenges lets you express yourself in various ways, mentally, physically, or emotionally, and you draw in someone with a truly distinctive perspective. Remember, the sky's the limit. We need much less than we think we need. Maya Angelou. Ain't that the truth? So, let us focus on walking away from. The word repent in religion means to turn around, So, turn from this and walk towards this. And remember not to look back. That's what most people do. That's like the prodigal son type thing in religion is, you're thinking something's better on that other side. And you go asking for help from your father, and then maybe you just end up right back out on the streets. That's not really the prodigal son. I misspoke there. It's a bit different. But basically, when you try really hard to do something good, sometimes this old comfortable way starts creeping back in. These people start calling, and you've got a choice to make. Because, see, this devil here, this devil didn't come into your life and just take over. You invited, you opened doors, you created space for this to happen, and this right here is the goal. The axolotl love. The axolotl love. And get off this deadline surfer wave and get to working on the goal. The axolotl love. Alright, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. May fortune find you today. And I hope to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe if you feel like it. Appreciate it. Thank you.